I just wasted 30 seconds of my life, and I didn't actually learn what the guitar sounds like.
Hey everyone, I'm Ryan.
And I'm Steven. This is 60 Cycle Hum, the guitar buying, selling, trading, modding, fixing, breaking, reviewing, playing podcast. Guys, I'm drinking one beer, so you know it's going to get crazy.
Oh man, it's party time. I'm drinking an ice water. But I did take my bedtime medicine about 5 minutes ago.
This might be...
Hang out an hour. We'll see where things go.
This might be episode 600. It might be episode 601. We don't actually know.
We don't know what we're doing yet. This is going to be, we're into season 2 by this episode. We probably did a live video for the 600th.
What I wrote down is that this is season 2, episode 27.
There you
go. The 600th episode would be season 2, episode 26. I'm over the season thing. I just want to go back to regular numbers. I'm not entertained by it anymore.
Here's what we do. We make the numbers star dates. And we don't call it number. We just say start date 620, whatever.
Yeah, That would be
on theme.
Maybe more interesting and on theme.
So, anyways, we always start the show with a topic, don't we?
Yeah.
We don't have any good topics this episode because you guys didn't give us any on the topic call out that we did on
Shame
Threads.
on you.
It's your fault. But Steve has kept trying to ask me if I've watched this Devo documentary.
Yeah, it's on Netflix.
And I haven't yet. And Steve seems really excited to talk about Devo, which is one of my favorite bands. So I'm gonna sit here and we're gonna see if Steve can talk me into watching this documentary about one of my favorite bands.
So I would probably say my exposure to Devo, who sometimes the members of Devo refer to themselves as Devo, which is very confusing. Like they don't actually know how to say like they're
D-E-V-O.
Like, yeah, they're like, we're Devo, but also we're Devo, but or whatever. But anyway, it's not confusing. It's just like pronounce your band name one way, please. So
you're complaining about that on this show?
I know, right? What I was gonna say is my exposure to Devo is maybe a little more than like the average listener. Like I'm guessing the average listener has heard Whip It.
Oh, sure.
I mean, like, I feel like everybody's heard Whip It.
Oh, yeah.
And then maybe they've heard...
they've probably heard things in movies and didn't know.
Yeah, I was going to say they probably maybe heard like either
Sure.
Or Girl You Want.
Oh, yeah. They've probably heard a cover of Girl You Want, too.
Yeah. Beyond that, like I've heard, because of you, I've heard like Jocko Homo and Mongoloid and a Unstoppable Urge and a few other ones.
One of my favorites.
But my impression of Devo was always that it was like a joke.
Okay.
That they were kind of like, if instead of, you know how Weird Al parodies other artists? My thought is that Devo was Weird Al for the entire new wave genre.
Okay.
And what I didn't know until I watched this documentary is that Devo is very serious.
Yeah, they were like an art project.
Yeah, it was like an art concept, like anarcho communist sort of thing that came out of. Also, I didn't know they were from Ohio.
Yeah,
which I put on Threads and people were like, dude, there's a lot of good music from Ohio. So you should have
signed that because people probably thought I didn't know where Devo was from.
That's why I didn't sign it, because it's funnier that way. But it was really cool. Like I know Mark Mothersbaugh from his I mean, I know him from Devo and I know him from his collaborations with Wes Anderson and things like that. And I didn't know, is it Jerry Casal did like a bunch of commercials and music videos and stuff in the 90s. Mm-hmm. And but yeah, I had no idea. And so it was so much more interesting to me.
They represented not only that kind of this art movement, but they also represented the beginning of punk. Like they were a very early punk band.
Yeah.
Like, and we have in our heads what punk looks like now. And they come from before that. They come from when punk was still being invented basically. So
they talk about that in the documentary. They talk about how, they went to New York and they met David Bowie Bowie was a big fan of. They started naming all these things too, where I didn't realize how connected they were. That I think their first or second album was produced by Brian Eno because David Bowie was like, I don't actually have time to produce this. Here's my friend Brian Eno.
Yeah, I'll just pass you off to Brian Eno because I'm too busy.
and you know, how they gave their demo or like an early version of Satisfaction. They played it for Mick Jagger. They showed it to him, the recording, and they thought he was just going to be like, you guys, like, I do not give you permission, but he apparently loved it.
It's a deconstruction and then reconstruction in a really fun, creative way. And that's we've talked about this before. Like, a really good cover redoes the song, like reinvents it in a novel and new and interesting way. And Devo is really excellent examples of that.
But I think going back and thinking about Devo's catalog through the lens of Devo being short for de-evolution, and that they're really making music that kind of in some ways satirizes, but is also making commentary on the acceleration of technology and its influence on mankind, and the kind of this lowest common denominator thing in music and art.
Oh my gosh, are we living it every single day? It seems.
Well, and so that's the other crazy thing about this documentary is I'm just
every day
watching
it gets
through
more
the
and more
lens
apt,
and obvious. It's made very obvious in the video that Mark and Jerry are like very of a certain like leftist political persuasion, but I think the messaging that they have honestly is pretty universal. Like you might not agree, you don't have to agree with them politically to watch that and be like, yeah, no, they're kind of right. Like it seems like we're accelerating towards a human endpoint, but they did all of their big work. This documentary came out for like their 50th anniversary, basically. And so that was interesting. The idea that Whip It was actually like just supposed to be a go get 'em chant kind of a song, but everyone's like, is this song about sadomas? Is this song about sadism? Is this song about masturbation? Really? And they were
I heard the masturbation thing, but that's what everyone said in the 90s.
So the whole thing in the music video where it's a cowboy like whipping the clothes off of a woman is from like an old like magazine. And because they were just pulling all these ideas from like magazines from the 50s and
pop
stuff.
Culture references from all over. It's cultural collage is so much of their imagery.
No, it's one of these things where like the music, like I said, it's really goofy in a lot of ways, but it's just like a lot more thought out than I realized.
Of course, and that sort of stuff always is. Anything that comes across as humorous, like so often has just incredible talent behind it because it's such a difficult thing to pull off. Everyone can be sullen. Everyone can be in a mood and be a brooding artist. Like everyone can kind of pull that off. It's so much more difficult to honestly be Weird Al.
Yeah.
It's so much more difficult to be funny and have that taken seriously.
Yeah.
To be humorous, to be kind of cheeky, but then have it be of substance. Something I've been thinking about a lot, and I just mentioned this a week or two ago to our friend Greg. I shouldn't see people's full names, but anyways, I wanted you to know which Greg I was talking about. I think I've figured out my genre of media that I appreciate across the board. What the things that feel like they're made for me.
Oh, okay. I thought you were like saying like what you think this podcast.
No.
Okay.
I'm saying the genre of things that I enjoy. I'm talking music, movies, literature, articles, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I like dumb things that are made for smart people. And that's what Devo is. That's what so many of the things that I enjoy are, is just something kind of dumb, kind of escapist, kind of like, what this is silly, but it's made for and by intelligent people who have, like so much of the sci-fi that I'm into. lands under that umbrella of like, man, this Star Trek episode is so stupid, but it deals with time paradoxes. You know, it deals with, are androids, could a machine be sentient? But it's such a stupid episode.
That episode's the best.
Right. But like, that's what I love. I love dumb things for smart people.
Right. One of the other things I picked up on it, and maybe this was on not intentional, I don't know, but the bass guitar tone, I think it's bass guitar on their cover of Satisfaction. Every time, because of course this documentary is filled with their music, and so they played that one a bunch, and over time I was like, this sounds so familiar, not because I know the song, but it sounds so familiar. And what I realized is that bass tone that they have is the same tone or very similar tone of another band that I didn't know was an art project until maybe like a few months ago, of Pinback.
Oh, okay.
And so now all of a sudden in my head, I'm drawing lines between Devo as like an art movement band and Pinback, which was another kind of a thing doing that here locally. And they had some radio success and whatnot, but just tying those two tones together, I'm like, no, that bass tone is, I think in Pinback, it's either a bass 6 or a baritone guitar actually, but it's that same kind of like almost like rubber band,
sure,
like muted.
So what is that? What is the gear?
Oh, I don't know. Oh, dude, they didn't like dive into the gear or anything.
Yeah,
they show all of the stuff that we've talked about, like that Eastwood has basically released every Devo guitar,
the cloud guitar,
the cloud and
is it called the cloud or the potato? I forget.
I don't know.
It's a cloud shape, but they call it like the spud or something.
Yeah, their obsession with potatoes.
I know.
I'm a potato boy, a spud boy or whatever.
There's a lot of abstraction going on.
Yeah,
and there's a lot of Dadaism.
Yeah,
there's a lot of just, it's they fixate on something and then they make it mean something and then they make it mean nothing. You know, like it's and that's really the fun of it, I think. Like something that is nothing could mean everything and nothing at the same time, and then it's all wrapped around because they've wrapped an aesthetic, they've wrapped a visual ideology around music that in itself is incredibly unique. And when you look at it from the lens of the time that it came out of, everything else that was going on in the mainstream was people were still high on Led Zeppelin. Yeah. Like that was still current stuff. And then you have Devo come along and it's just stabby, mechanical, sparse, reinvention of classic songs from time to time, going in directions that would have been completely abrasive and counter to anything that was in popular music. And, you know, Devo is one of the bands that really, really benefited from MTV. Like, cause they were already doing video stuff as part of their whole art movement. And then MTV comes along and they're like, well, we'll just throw this stuff over here.
Yeah, they talk about that too.
Now, like any band that had a visual connection, had a visual appeal, just was made for MTV. So they were already set to go.
So Jerry Casale, like I don't know if I'm saying his name right. I think that's how he says it.
I haven't even watched the documentary, and I'm giving Steve more documentary.
But no, he talked about that as like, because they started as a video art form, right? So when MTV started, they were just like, oh, you like our whatever. I think they had whatever their first music video was. They made it. They sent it to MTV. MTV's like, this is great. You have anything else? And they just went, here's a video for every single that we've made for the last like 3 or 4 years, because that's just what they were doing on like a $5,000 budget. They talk about,
and that was just to buy one camera.
They talk about losing. Was it a Grammy for best music video or something? It was like music documentary or something, and how they lost to the making of Beat It. But
I'm sure a lot of people lost to various Michael Jackson projects.
But the comment that they made, which is like kind of dismissive, but also like, you know, there's probably something to it, is their video for the making of something. It was a $5,000. I think they said it was like a $5,000 budget video. They're just using like hand cameras and stuff. Yeah. And they go like, yeah, of course we lost. Michael Jackson's video cost $100,000 to make. Like,
oh man, I'd be surprised if it was that low.
You know,
but also, I bet everyone wanted to watch the making of Beat It.
Oh,
are you kidding? That like to go against Michael Jackson at that time? Are you kidding? That it had no shot.
Yeah. So
there would have been riots in the street if they had won.
I don't think I have a favorite music documentary. I'm not a music documentary watcher.
I actually get frustrated by music documentaries because I get about 20 minutes into it and like, oh, it's just a lot of talking. I wanted to hear the music.
Right. Which this one, there's so much music in it.
Oh, is there? Good.
And there's so much, I don't know, because you said you watched another Devo documentary.
So I went and, did you go with me? I know Adam
I've never seen Devo.
Okay, so I was dating a girl. And while we were dating,
what?
She
wait, Ryan, half our audience thinks you're gay.
Sorry to ruin the illusion. A lot of gay hearts have just been broken.
What do you know how they have the gaylers? The people who think Taylor Swift is
okay,
gay?
sure.
I was like, what is the equivalent of that in our audience? I don't know, but also it's a joke. It's only actually, I think, people who hate you that think you're gay.
I don't know. Actually, no, I've gotten some very nice compliments from people who find me attractive.
No, so, I know.
Thank you for that, but no thanks.
But at least those are given out of kindness. They're not people
who
are aggressively like.
No, it's never bothered me.
I hate you because I think you're gay. Like we have those people not in our audience, just in our viewership. Go on, Ryan. You're on a date with Adam and a girl.
No. So I was dating this girl. It didn't last very long, but while it was happening, she bought us tickets to go see Devo.
Mm-hmm.
And then it ended. And she's like, well, do you want the tickets anyway? So she gave me the tickets.
Nice.
And I took Adam with me. For some reason, I thought that I had taken you along as well.
No, I've seen Presidents with you.
Oh, it was the President show.
Yeah, not.
Okay,
not
so
Devo.
So Adam and I went to see Devo, and I bought 2 DVDs from there. And one was a documentary, I think self-produced or maybe not. And then one was a collection of all their music videos.
Okay.
So I already have a documentary that I've watched numerous times.
Yeah.
And then the music videos, of course, as well. So I've been putting off the Netflix documentary because, like, I've already done that. I don't really want to watch people talking again. I would rather listen to an album. But I don't know. It sounds compelling.
How are the visuals on the one that you watched? Would you say the visuals, like,
dude, it's been a long time.
Okay. This one, the other reason I thought like this one's like visually stimulating.
Well, yeah, everything they touch is
because it's like a lot of like. They're talking about like all these ideas and stuff, and they're showing like the Buster Keaton stunts from the 30s, and it's all just rapid fire, like clip. And a lot of the video they have, I'm just sitting there going like, I kept going to IMDb trying to figure out who are these actors who are playing Devo, and I think it's all just restored footage.
It might be.
They were just filming all their practices and stuff.
That was the thing. They were video nuts. The video for the sake of making music. Like it's a complete artistic expression. It wasn't, oh, we're a band, we should have some videos. The video portion of it was a significant portion of their artistic goal and vision.
Yeah.
That's where they were living. They were exploring a new medium because it used to be incredibly expensive to make any film,
right? Yeah,
because you were dealing with real film and exposure and stuff like that. It was like you had to be a real professional to work with all that stuff, unless you were shooting on Super 8, and even then you're working with film that you have to develop. Like the video as a technology was a revolutionary moment, and we're still in it. Like YouTube is part of that. TikTok, Instagram, all of that is part of the video revolution that's been going on for 50 years now, 60 years almost. Like
Yeah.
the quick and inexpensive access to basically produce films has been a media revolution.
Yeah.
And Devo was at the forefront of that.
So I would just say, like, if this sounds interesting to you and you have Netflix, I'm not going to tell you to go sign up for Netflix, but if you have it, I think it's worth a watch. But also, I have a lot of these different streaming platforms or access to things on YouTube and whatever. So drop your favorite music documentary down in the comments. I'm not typically a fan of music documentaries. I watched this because I wanted to learn more about Devo, but
sure,
you know, if you drop something in the comments that looks interesting to me, then that I didn't know it existed, and if it looks interesting, then
you should have watched it instead of listening to us talk about it for 20 minutes.
Well, it's an hour and a half long, so
all right. This has been an hour and a half. This has been a 20-minute long commercial for an hour and a half long.
That's right.
But you know, like, I am excited that you have a fresh perspective on this band that I deeply appreciate.
It's a thing that for me, it's like I said at the beginning, like,
I'm going to have to watch a Jimmy Eat World documentary now to make it all even.
Put the conclusion on it is like, I didn't, obviously I know there's a very artistic part of it.
Of course.
But I didn't realize how thoughtful that it wasn't just a gag.
Right.
That it was very much like intentionally deconstructionist, that it was intentionally trying to have a message of chaos, that, you know, when they were pretending to be aliens or they were pretending to be JFK or all these things, that those things had deep meaning to them.
What it was is they were pretending to be human.
Right.
It's at like so many things, like going back to Dumb Things for Smart People is incredibly like just focused, dumbed down reflection of what they were seeing in society and what we're honestly still seeing in society. Like it's still so applicable, that perspective and that mirror that they were holding up. We're still looking in it now going like, yeah, that's us. That's humanity. Here we are, you know.
Here we are. If you
whip it real good.
Yeah.
Use your freedom of choice.
Oh yeah, freedom. I know that song too. And like you said, there are a few songs there. I'm like, this sounds so familiar, and I realized that they're from other movies and stuff.
Yeah.
If you don't want to participate in, I don't have a transition this week. Listen,
just do it.
The show's sponsored by Reverb. They're great. They're a massive marketplace. Reverb gets like 7,000 new listings a day. So if the thing that you are looking for is not there today, it might be there tomorrow.
I remember in the early days of Reverb, it was like a ticker that would scroll at the bottom,
right,
with every new thing coming in real time. And I would just sit there and watch it and be like, okay, I want to check that out. I want to check that out. Like, it was such a great early time. And if they did that now, 7,000 a day, it would just be,
it'd be like, you'd see like one new thing every 30 seconds, basically.
It'd be going quick.
Yeah. But head on over to reverb.com. You can probably get a good deal. There's a lot of new stuff on Reverb too. So it's like,
well, speaking of good deals, do you know what I do every time I sell on Reverb?
What do you do every time you sell?
I just search for the thing that I'm trying to sell. And I just lowball every single listing.
When you're selling?
When I'm selling, I go like, oh, there's the lowest one. I'll just make mine $1 cheaper.
$1 cheaper.
And that's how you sell things every single time. You just be the cheapest guy.
Yeah.
You know, you just be the cheapest listing. It's $1 less. And you either do it in the shipping or you do it in the total price. And it sells every time.
Yeah.
It's a no-brainer.
Once you've sold a few things on Reverb, if you get that sent to your bank account, you can take that money, you can go on over to chasebliss.com and buy some pedals.
There you go.
Or if you leave it on reverb.com using the Reverb wallet function, which will save you a little bit in fees, you can just buy Chase Bliss pedal on Reverb. I wonder if they have an official Chase Bliss store.
I don't know, but a lot of pedal builders use Reverb as their marketplace.
Yeah.
They use it as their storefront. So yeah, if you wanted to do, what is it called where you just keep the money in there?
Reverb Wallet.
Reverb Wallet. If you wanted to use Reverb Wallet, you save yourself on some fees and you're just going to build your gear budget over there.
Yeah.
There's builders that I do demos for all the time, and that is their marketplace. That's just where they sell. They don't sell through stores. They just sell through Reverb with an official shop. So something to keep in mind. You can buy pretty much everything there.
Yeah.
If you're trying to manage a gear budget, that the wallet might be a way to go.
Of course, we mentioned a couple weeks ago, if you want to get the latest information from Chase Bliss, head on over to chasebliss.com, get on their mailing list, check out the pedals while you're there. They've got a lot of cool stuff. They basically have every kind of pedal that you would want, I think, but like the very most fun version of that. So get that. Get your Chase Bliss pedal. Get a used guitar and reverb. Get a Chase Bliss overdrive, and then head on over to truefire.com. Take lessons for like 2 weeks. You got 14 days. You can sign up with the link below. Get some 2 weeks free on TrueFire, and then sign up for more. I'm going to say sign up for more, or don't.
Sign up for all of it. Catch them all.
TrueFire has over 80,000 videos from all kinds of instructors.
You know what?
Instructors, a ton of professionals like Guthrie Trapp, and I believe Eric Johnson, and just a ton of other
They're all there.
Big names.
They're all there. I've pitched before, quit your job or take that PTO.
Don't quit.
And exploit the 2 week free trial over there.
Yeah.
But you know what? I'm going to go an extra step. Quit your life. Quit your whole job. Walk away from everything. Walk. Don't drive your car. Walk into the woods. Climb up a mountain. Sit in the meditative pose with your guitar in your lap and a laptop or something like that, and dedicate the rest of your life to studying TrueFire. There's enough content on there. There are enough lessons on there for you to study guitar for the rest of your life. And not just because a bear is going to eat you, but you get what I'm saying, right?
Yeah. This next
become a true life monk, a true fire monk.
True Fire monk.
Become a true fire guitar monk.
The first church of True Fire. This ad was sent by Matt Williams. Ryan, you called it Grohl, but you spelled it wrong.
Yeah,
I
know.
Spell for shit.
Well, I'm terrible at spelling.
We at Skylight Guitars are always trying to get something old, something cool, or something special. In this case, they got something blue. So this is practically a wedding piece. This is quite a special piece we're offering today. Gibson Prototype DG335. First one ever made from the Nashville Custom Shop, delivered to Grohl. The guitar was played, recorded, and toured from 2005 to 2007 until the first production models were delivered. Has the Dave Grohl 335 been around that long?
Apparently.
To be clear, we are...
that sounds wrong because it feels like it came out after our show started.
Yeah.
2007? We started in 2014. I thought it came out after.
I don't know.
Maybe he was using it and everyone was just like, oh, that's a custom shop thing. And we just didn't think, maybe I'm remembering when they came out with the production model, but he'd been using the custom shop.
It says this prototype was played on Echo, Silence, Patience, and Grace and was toured from 2005 until 2007. So, I mean, it sounds like they got all their information together. So we might be thinking of are we thinking of the Epiphone Dave Grohl maybe?
No, I think we're thinking, because there was a production model Gibson. Did I have a screen grab of the price? I thought I did.
I think you do at the end.
There it is.
To be clear, we're consigning this instrument for the owner at their discretion, good shape, some dings, so on and so forth. I'm not going to read the rest of it because we don't need the rest of it.
$299,000.
$299,000.
$300,000 essentially.
Wow.
I mean, yeah, throw on an extra $1 in there just for the tip, you know?
But I mean, you could maybe with a decent amount of forensics use this guitar to clone Dave Grohl.
Possibly.
So in that case, it would be worth it. It does come with this really fancy Anvil flight case.
Let's get is it James Cameron who's cloning the Moa bird, or who's the guy doing that? There's some movie director. Who's the guy who directed the Lord of the Rings?
Peter Jackson.
Peter Jackson. I think he's the one doing it. He's helped funding cloning the Moa bird to bring it back to New Zealand.
Oh, as a gift for letting...
Yeah, he's like, thanks for letting me make all these movies. I'm going to make you a big old extinct bird.
Cool.
So maybe he can get in on the project, and then we could have a clone of Dave Grohl riding a Moa bird around New Zealand. Who doesn't want to see that?
Dave Grohl on a Moa bird.
Yeah, why not? ChatGPT. Let's see that, huh? Let's see Dave Grohl on a moa bird in New Zealand hanging out with hobbits.
According to the internet, the first year of the 335 of the DG 335 was 2007.
Wow. Yeah, I think our brains are just scrambled because at some point a production model came out and we're like, oh, now this is on our radar that this is something people can buy.
But then the sources for it are this listing.
So who knows? Like someone in the audience knows. The price is wild. Like clearly this thing has value. It is a prototype. It is played by the guy. It is played by Dave Grohl while he was, I don't know if I'd say is that peak Foo Fighters, but it's definitely like they're the top rock band in the world during that period. Like, I can't think of other rock bands that would far exceed them. They were one of the top rock bands in the world at that time, for sure.
The Gibson ES335 Wikipedia also says 2007, and it links to something different.
Well, we don't need to question that part. The thing we need to question is Dave Grohl's guitar currently worth $300,000. It all comes down to who, like, if someone has to be willing to buy it.
Yeah.
Like it's like I said this last episode.
Why is this in Bakersfield?
Why not? It could be anywhere. How do you figure out the value of these things?
Yeah.
Like we looked at that guitar from the Guitars from Heart, and he had a huge number like this, almost $300,000.
Yeah.
You don't want to say no, it's not worth a lot, but it's also like that feels like dead musician money.
It does feel like that, and for better or worse.
And I'm not saying that these aren't, these aren't valuable, treasured members of rock and roll history. They absolutely are.
Yeah.
But my mind is having trouble with these numbers, but also like, there's definitely rich people out there who like things just as much as we like things, and that amount of money is not that much money to them. And if you told me, hey, you could own Dave Grohl's guitar, or you list someone who I deeply care about, hey, you could own this person's guitar for the equivalent of what that money would be to a very wealthy person, which would probably be like $50.
Right.
I'd be like, oh, of course I'm going to buy that for $50.
When you think about it, like the oldest Gen Xers right now are like 60.
Sure.
Foo Fighters being kind of like a Gen X elder millennial.
Are you sure that's the oldest? That might be the youngest.
No, the old Gen X.
Yeah.
No, the oldest. Gen X.
Oh, you're right. Like, the youngest is like just a couple years older than me.
Yeah, the youngest is like around like 50 or whatever.
Yeah. No, they're like 47 or something.
I don't know where that.
I'm on the line. Like I was born 81, and it's like 79 is the 79 or 80 or whatever is the end of
80 would
boomers.
be.
I'm not boomers, of Gen X.
80 would be. I guess 80 would be like 45. So yeah, like 45 to 60.
Mm-hmm. I grew up in Gen X culture.
Yeah.
Like millennial culture didn't exist yet. So like everything that I grew up around was Gen X culture.
It's because you grew up in Christian culture and it was just 5 years behind the rest of normal culture.
I'm talking about TV and movies and music. Like I like everything that I was exposed to was Gen X culture. Right. There wasn't millennial culture yet when I was a kid.
What I was getting at is
because we were children.
There's probably some cluster of elder Gen Xers who have been, CEOs of companies for a number of years, of very successful companies.
Of course.
Because that's who this is for. And it is a thing that, like, I want to know.
Are you going to go my way?
Because you have things like this. You have those like, the burst Les Pauls that sell for $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 or more. I want to know how many instruments that were valued at, say, greater than $150,000 were purchased by people where you would be like, wow, you own a six-figure value guitar like that blows my mind. Because whenever you hear about
because you would be surprised they have the money, or just they don't seem like someone who would buy something like that.
Because you would be surprised that they have the money.
Oh, okay.
Because normally when you hear about things like this getting purchased, now I'm thinking
but
a lot bigger.
Also like there's people in my neighborhood. I live in a very I'd say humble middle class neighborhood by San Diego standards. But every now and then you still see a house that's got $150,000 car in the driveway. Yeah. And it's like, okay, that thing is clearly your hobby, and you maybe mortgaged your house to get it, but you still did what it took to get it. It's still wild that you live in this neighborhood.
Yeah. But to that point, what I was going to say is, those people kind of exist, but when like Kurt Cobain stuff went up for sale, it's like, well, is Jim Irsay going to buy it, or is the Rode Microphones guy going to buy it? Those are the only two people who can actually afford it.
Right. But that's also like a gone too soon.
It is
thing. Like Dave is still around and he's still playing guitars. And so it's not a limited collection anymore. Where this feels at $300,000, it feels like it's pushing into that neighborhood. Where like, okay, here's a dark direction to go. How much would this be worth if Dave Grohl died? I know it's dark.
I don't know.
I think it would clear $1 million if he died. If he died at the mid use of this thing, not while he's using, but like in that point of his career, I think this would go for over $1 million.
Okay. Yeah. I could see
alternate timeline sort of
where Dave dies in like 2010.
Right.
So this is 15 years.
This is the last guitar he was known to tour with, basically. He was seen with this often before his untimely passing. Which never actually happened.
Maybe let's say he died in 2006. He toured with this guitar for 1 year. It's the prototype. No production model was ever made because he died. A production model was made because Courtney Love gave Gibson permission to make it.
Shut up. Now, I don't want to be... We were already in between Bonamassa and Marin. I don't want to be between David Grohl and Courtney Love. I don't want that tweet.
Is there a thing? I mean, I know they have beef, but
I don't think they have a whole farm. They have a whole ranch of beef.
I don't know if that's anyway.
Are you kidding me?
I thought that was a quality joke.
It's quality, but it's a little bit too quality.
Anyway,
you want to talk about feuds that never end.
I mean, who is the... Because I don't really follow these auctions. Who's the youngest dead guitar player?
Oh God!
Whose gear went to like a Julian's auction and cleared $1 million? I don't know the answer to that.
Youngest? I don't know. What is it, like the 32 club or whatever?
I'm saying 27 club.
The 27 club?
I'm not just youngest, but like...
So we got to find something younger than 27?
Well, no, it's not just that. I'm saying like most recent. So like, not with Kurtz, there's not just the time. It's not just that he died young. It's also that when his stuff was going out for auction and clearing $1 million, that's like almost 20 years or about 20 years later. I'm saying like, does Amy Winehouse's stuff go to auction? What does it clear? Like she's died at the same age, but more recently.
Yeah, that's an interesting question.
I don't know the answer.
Amy Winehouse is such an interesting case study.
And obviously she's not known for, she did play guitar, but she's not known for it. So it would be a little different.
I think she's definitely one where you would see clothes go to auction.
Yeah, clothes for sure. Microphones. There would be would be musical instruments going to auction.
I definitely see her as someone who's musically valid as a musician, but I'm thinking about the fandom side of it.
Yeah. Oh, they're still huge Amy Winehouse.
Oh, yeah, she's the new Marilyn Monroe. Like I had that whole discussion with you and a couple friends a couple of years back, where it's like it used to be you'd see Marilyn Monroe airbrushed on shirts at the county fair, and now it's Amy Winehouse.
Right.
Like she took that place of the kind of like pretty mysterious, pretty dark, kind of like alt role model,
right?
Sort of vibe, you know, like there's something like kind of a Betty Page.
Yeah.
There's a cultural folder that she fits into, you know, a category that fills a certain role within culture.
Yeah.
And she filled that before her passing, and she definitely fills it now. So
I don't know the answer to this. 300 seems really high. Maybe
but it also seems like maybe not, because like a very wealthy person that loves the Foo Fighters, that's chump change to them. And this is an undeniably unique piece. Like it is the prototype. It is played by him. It has seen plenty of stage time.
It's definitely something that
I'm wondering how it even ended up in a private collection.
I think it's something that's definitely going to appreciate over time. I mean, who knows? Maybe Dave is selling this for some reason.
If you wanted a Dave guitar, which one would you gravitate to? Because this wouldn't be it for me.
This wouldn't be it. It would be one of his Explorers.
You want one of his?
I think it'd be one of his, like, I think he had a, I don't remember I think he had a black Explorer.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of.
Clearly, I'd go with the Dan Armstrong. That's a
loose side joke.
One. Clearly, get it? Because it's I forget which music video he used that in. I don't know if it was ever stage played, but that one always grabbed my attention when I saw that music video.
Yeah.
But it wouldn't be worth as much as this, I'm assuming.
Probably not.
Yeah. So it would be more. I might be able to buy it
because that was just like an off the shelf Dan Armstrong. I mean, off the shelf as much as
it wasn't a custom shop that only existed for him for numerous years.
Well, if you want to help Ryan buy his dream Dave Grohl guitar, or you just like the content we make here, you can head on over to patreon.com/60cyclehumcast, and you know, for as little as $1,
let's get
or
that
as much as
$300,000 Patreon account going.
We don't need somebody to give $300,000 or the equivalent of $300,000 a month.
We need 300,000 individuals
to get. We need every single subscriber to this YouTube channel to give $2, and then we'll get there.
The subscribers of the channel. Most of those people don't even watch the channel anymore.
If we got every single person watching this video to do somewhere in the neighborhood of $25 a month, we could do this in like a year. I think.
You don't think we would spend that money on other things?
I mean, we probably would.
I'm paying off our homes.
Just saying.
Sending our kids to college.
Your kids are going to college?
Retiring, maybe.
That's
someday.
Mine aren't. No, I'm just kidding.
I don't know. If my kids go to college, they better work very hard and get some scholarships. I'm not going to have the money.
I thought that's what your Chase Bliss pedals were for.
Oh my gosh. I don't know if there's enough Chase Bliss pedals in the world these days. I'm really hoping that society looks different by the time my kids go in college. But the way things are going, I don't think it will. Yeah. So good luck, kids.
But anyway, if you want to support, and if you don't, if you can't or you don't want to, that's fine too. We just appreciate the fact that you've made it to this far into the video.
Yeah, congratulations. Not many people make it, but you did. You're special. You're different.
This next ad was sent by Joey Scar. It's a Hamer Phantom.
It sure is. And all the photos were taken with a potato.
Hamer USA Phantom A5 Custom in white pearl finish. Very rare in this color. So when we were looking for a new van.
Very rare in any color, honestly.
My kid was like, do not get a white car.
Really?
We're like, what's wrong with white? She's like, white is the worst color of car. She's like, there's so many of them on the road. Every car is white. Don't get a white car.
There's only 3 colors of car on the road.
There's white and there's silver and there's black. Right. Apparently we weren't allowed to get a white car.
Completely lacking of all color in the car world these days.
Same model that Glenn Tipton of Judas Priest was playing. If you're a fan of Judas Priest, this guitar is for you. Made in the USA in 1985. It's in very good condition. Blah, 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 blah. Anything interesting? Nothing else interesting to say about this. It does have a Seymour Duncan Invader in it.
Now, I want to know. Oh, you're not looking at the pictures yet.
Nope. but now I am.
Have you ever seen this body style before?
Yes.
Does it look familiar to anything recent that you've seen?
It reminds me of those PV Retrosonics.
Okay, all right. Does it remind you of all of the Ibanez P series that just came out?
I have not seen those.
Because when I saw these pop up recently as the new thing from Ibanez, I was like, I've seen that before. And then this listing popped up. I was like, that's where I've seen that before.
It's got the long, it doesn't, that's got
it's
like
reversed.
The long, no, well, that one's got 2 long horns though.
But it's kind of reversed.
Yeah. It's definitely in the ballpark.
They gave it an RG top horn and then took the top horn from this Hamer Phantom and made it the bottom horn.
This is $2,500 plus shipping. It's at Will's Gear Depot.
It's also got that crazy Hamer 3-coil bridge pickup.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and it's got an Invader for one of those pickups now.
Did it say if that was it? They said that was aftermarket, right?
Yeah, the originals.
Because the original was a single pickup that was 3 coils.
Yeah. Was it?
Yeah, it was.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is an interesting modification of that. I don't mind that they did that, but I always wondered if those 3-coil Hamer pickups were good. Were worth it? I don't know.
I've always heard 3-coil pickups in general were not good.
It's just in my mind it just seemed like an opportunity for mud. Like humbuckers are already very mid focused.
Yeah.
And then you throw another coil in there. I just imagine that it's just too much. And like Kramer used to use those quad coils.
Yeah.
And I just always heard that those were just nothing but mud. But if you're going for just full mid saturation, then I guess that's how you get it.
This first picture is definitely potato. The second one's not too bad.
It's not too bad. It's not too bad.
It's just that that one's a little potato.
Yeah, there's a couple where it's like, did you have a thumbprint on the camera? What's going on?
I think the lighting is I know that there is glare on the body of this guitar. There's clearly some fluorescent lights reflecting and stuff. But these photos just make me think it actually wasn't bright enough in the room.
Oh, probably not. Or they were moving. They were running past the guitar as they took the photo. Yeah. This thing's got a Kaler on it. I'm not going to name names, but I recently put in a bid to cover a new guitar that has a Kaler on it.
Really?
And my bid got rejected.
Oh.
And it almost happened. And my bid was like, listen, I've been talking about wanting to try these wiggle sticks for years now. My audience keeps hearing me talk about wanting to try one of these. It would people would show up to watch me have an experience with a guitar that has one of these, and the bid got rejected. So sorry guys, it's not going to happen this time. Maybe someday I'll finally have a Kaler in my collection so I can try every wiggle stick.
I don't really have any other thoughts on this. I don't know if you do.
I think it looks cool. My first electric guitar was a Slammer by Hamer. So I spent a lot of my youth window shopping other Hamers, which was right about the time the company was collapsing. So they don't exist really too much anymore. Someone owns the name, and every now and then a couple of guitars get made to show at NAMM. I think Harman owned them last or something like that. I remember seeing
I think
some
at Cayman.
Yeah, Cayman owned them. Maybe they still own them. Hamer was a fantastic American brand that they turned into an import brand, and then the whole thing seemed like it fell apart.
Here's the thing I'll say about this, and this is
Hamer was a better PRS, a more interesting PRS.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Here's the thing I'll say.
I'm gonna
go grab the Heartwood off the wall because I feel like I need visuals for this.
All right.
So the audio folks, sorry.
Go grab it. But I'll hold down the mic. Steve is traveling through the spaceship.
I can't use that one. I'm gonna grab.
Oh, he's grabbing my Jazzmaster instead.
So in these pictures, all of these pictures are taken from the perspective of the guitar sitting in front of you. And I guess if I was working on a guitar, like if I was doing repair or some kind of pickup swap, this is how I would lay it out.
Yeah.
But for photos on Reverb or photos on whatever website you're going to sell in, I would say that you should always take your body photos either with the guitar vertical. So like
here, let me fix this for you, Steve.
Vertical. Yeah, I know. But hold on. But see, my screen just moved.
I know. When I put it into the episode, I'm going to rotate it, right? Because it's got to fit right in between us.
Sure. Or in this case, if I was taking pictures of this guitar, I wouldn't lay it down like this and take the photos here with all of the logo stuff facing away from me. I would take the guitar and rotate it as if it was facing me properly.
Sure.
Because it drives me a little bonkers. Like
that you can't see it as it would be held.
Exactly. I can't. So I understand what this shape is. But I feel like I have to do mental gymnastics to properly visualize this. And yeah, I know I can download it and do a rotate and whatever, but I can't do that on reverb.com.
Right.
Like this is a Reverb.
Hey, reverb.com, get on it. Give us a rotate.
No, Reverb doesn't need to have a rotate option. And part of the reason I guess this guy did this is because he didn't want to take it out of the case.
He probably just wasn't thinking about it, Steve, because he doesn't have a guitar podcast.
Yeah, because and that's why this guitar has been on Reverb for 8 months and hasn't sold.
Because he didn't turn it around. He didn't flip the picture around for Steve. It probably hasn't sold because it's $2,500 and it's a super weird guitar.
Yeah, I think it's unless it's a Hamer Standard or a Hamer Studio, it's probably going to be hard to pull more than $2,000.
The USA stuff goes for good money.
No, I know, but I'm saying like
I know
those two shapes I think are the two that get the most money.
They have the Newports and there's a bunch of models that go for good money. All the USA
maybe
versions.
The California.
Yeah, sure.
The 27 fret California.
If I ever. It's tough because it's like I get so many guitars in my life that I can't really like wrap my head around spending big money on guitars. If I'm ever in the place where it's like I'm finally gonna start collecting the things that I want to collect, like the vintage things, getting myself a nice USA Hamer is on the list. I don't know which one yet, but like it's always been in the back of my head. Like, man, I'd really love to have a USA Hamer.
I think you should try to figure out how to do that sooner than later.
I know it'll get more and more expensive as time goes on.
Not even thinking about it that way. I think there's value in having
what I want,
not to throw a Marie Kondo at this.
Sure.
But like, I think there's value in having a couple guitars in your arsenal that maybe they're virtually unobtainium from an audience perspective, but they're guitars that you pull out for like segments that will genuinely bring you like pure joy.
Sure.
You know,
and maybe I'd get something and be like, oh, I don't actually need this.
Yeah. I mean,
maybe I can figure out some sort of flip, some sort of trade thing, like wait for the local market for USA Hamer to show up and be like, hey, how many Enyas do you want?
Oh my gosh.
How many Fesleys would you like to trade this for?
Years ago, to the point of what you're saying, like maybe you get it and then you decide, wow, I really misjudged
that Jazz Master that you just pulled down. I'm planning on moving that eventually because I just got the new Ventera 2,
right.
Road Worn, and like I don't need to have two red Jazz Masters in. I really like the Ventera 2 a lot. I like that.
Which
Jazz Master
model is
too.
this one?
The I always forget. American Vintage 2.
So you could probably move that one
for similar money as probably a USA Hamer. Not all of them, but some.
Yeah, maybe not this one.
I could probably pad it out with hundreds of dollars and get there.
I was gonna say you could probably sell that one. You could probably, if you wanted to sell that Telecaster, the 72, and you would probably be in like Hamer Standard, Hamer.
I know. I have other things that I could move together. But
yeah.
I'm kind of into the idea of a straight trade. Like if I can find someone and be like, hey, here's some things that I could trade. Like I've got a bunch of amps I need to move. Like maybe trade some amps or something like that.
Yeah.
I should go see what Imperial Vintage has.
I've still never been there.
It's pretty fun.
Yeah.
It's a little place, but it's worth the trip.
Cool.
The guy's fun to talk to too. He might recognize you. He watches the show.
That'd be fun.
Yeah.
I need to find a day to like leave work early or something and
sure
and cruise down there.
If you give me a heads up and I've got a free day, I'll meet you there.
Oh, Sounds good.
I hit it up after I go to the business Costco because it's right over there.
Yeah. Ryan, do you have anything new?
No, I don't.
This is new for me, I guess. I bought a rowing machine a few weeks ago.
Okay.
Maybe 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
So in like 4 or 5 months, I'll either just be like totally shredded.
So fast on the water.
Or I will have a very expensive clothing rack. Or I will use it consistently, but not at a hard enough like exertion to actually have any physical changes.
I always felt with exercise equipment, I would be more likely to use it at home if it did something else. Like if it did something additionally. Like, yes, I know its purpose is for my health and for building strength, et cetera, et cetera. But what if I could power a battery with it? What if I could charge my electrical grid with it? What if I could use it to like run a machine of some sort? What if I could use it to operate the dishwasher? You know, like then I would be motivated to get on this thing every day. But when it's just for me, for my personal health, it's like, put that on the back burner.
Here's the dumbest idea ever.
A rowing machine powered amplifier?
Well, no, because you wouldn't be able to use the amplifier while you're doing it.
But if it was an exercise bike.
Yeah.
Are we going to do the lemons thing again, but with a treadmill?
Oh, yeah. You could do I was going to say, I wouldn't necessarily do it with the machine that I got, but if you had a company that was like rowboat pickups, and the idea is that you're
winding pickups?
You're winding, what's the thing called that you wind pickups with? A pickup winder.
Yeah, that's what it's called.
Was connected to on mine, it's a fan flywheel thing. So when you pull it, it turns this fan and it has a certain resistance. But when it turns that fan, it's also spinning your bobbin to wind it. And so every pickup is just made. You can only make pickups while you're rowing.
Okay. So you get a bunch of exercise bikes that power generators. And now OK Go can only play their show if they can power their amplifiers.
I feel like you would need a lot of power.
Or you just go with low wattage amplifiers.
True.
You know what? We think of amplifiers requiring so much electricity, and in some ways they do. But 300 watts, it's only 3 light bulbs. If you think about it. It's a couple light bulbs.
Yeah. I
3 or 4?
I think it's different. I could be wrong.
100-watt amplifier, that's a pretty standard amp.
Yeah.
There's 90-watt light bulbs out there that you use for, well, not anymore, and everything is LED.
But
but in the old days, a 60-watt light bulb was normal.
Hold on.
Like I have all sorts of amps that are under 60 watts, and I know that the power that they use is different than the power that they're rated at. Steve's going to mess up one of my Princetons over here.
I'm trying my best not to.
He's taking a peek. What is he learning? He's trying to figure out what the actual power rating is on it. I bet it's because a Princeton's 15 watts. I bet it's like 65 watts or something like that.
No, you're probably right.
You can't find the listing. You probably would have been faster to ask the internet than to actually look at the thing that's in the room with us.
Well, because I was thinking about how like back in the day, it's probably still this way. You have all these like Fender solid state amps and whatever.
You know what you could definitely power with a treadmill or not a treadmill, an exercise bike?
What?
A fuzz pedal.
You definitely could.
Absolutely. I bet there's all sorts of musical equipment you could absolutely power with an exercise bike hooked up to a generator.
Yeah. There's excuse me. This did not answer my question. AI is useless.
Thanks a lot, Skynet.
I just did the Google summary and I didn't see the answer, but I remember back in the day you'd always see people who are like Fender Frontman 15.
How did we get on this? Oh, you bought a rowing machine.
28 watts And it's like, no, it's 15 watts. 28 watts is how you
Right.
have to put 28 watts of power into it to get 15 watts
of power out.
Power out. Yeah. So I think with tube amps, it's more, but I don't know how much more.
It's something like that.
But yeah, I got a rowing machine.
But still, I think
I got it for my health. I got it so I don't die.
I think it's totally doable for OK Go to do this, and if they don't do it, they're just being lazy.
Yeah, that's fair.
How much have you used it so far? Do you feel like your health is improved?
I've used it.
It's a lot of shoulders and back, right?
It's a lot of everything. It's a total body workout.
My sister's gotten into stand-up paddle boards recently. She ended up buying a discount one because she did a job at a warehouse where they have them. And they're like, oh, we're clearing these out.
Oh, that sister.
Yeah, that sister. And she's been paddleboarding like 10 miles at a time.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, she's really taken to it.
That is a lot.
Yeah, and that's a big like full body exercise thing.
I've apparently rode.
Oh, you have a whole thing
5 times since I've gotten it.
Is that every day?
Like twice a week.
Oh, okay. All right.
Twice a week.
It's more exercise than I'm getting lately.
I'm trying to do more than twice a week, but it's tough.
Okay,
but yeah, it's a total it's like it's actually a lot of legs.
Oh, because you're using your legs.
It's a lot of legs. There's a proper form. So if you're doing the form properly, like it's legs.
Is there resistance when you're pushing forward?
No.
Oh, okay. So it is mostly in your upper body is pulling back.
No, it's mostly it's supposed to be, most of the drive is your legs.
Oh, okay. All right.
Like when because you come into like basically you're in a seat, you slide into like, say like a crouch if your legs were like up against the wall.
All right. I'm seeing it.
And then you're pushing away, and your arms are kind of just snapping at the end. Huh. So you are using your arms. Like when I do this right now, I can feel my shoulders like don't want to stretch back. Like I'm still tight.
So tight
like a toiga. But the first time
an old reference.
I know when I first got it, I did like back-to-back days, and then the third days I got out of bed and my entire body was like, what did you do? Like head to, like basically from the neck down, like everything was sore. So, rowing machine, I recommend it.
He recommends it.
I got it as an as a low impact alternative to biking after like
we're still talking about
after Josh's whole thing, like that got kind of gnarly. Yeah. But also because like I can row in the shade, I don't have to go in the sun, and so it means like I can do it when it's a lot hotter, because in the shade it's a lot cooler. But if I go on my bike, I'm going to go out in the sun, and the freaking on the asphalt, it might be like an 85 degrees in the air. The asphalt's going to be like 90, 95, 100 degrees. I'm going to die.
It's going to die.
I'm going to die from hotness. And not the kind of hotness where you're like, wow, that guy's hot, I'm dead.
So our next ad was sent by Jeff Atkins.
What is this guy talking about?
There's a bunch of billionaires.
Oh.
Danelectro Billionaire, Texas Trouble Guitar Effect Pedal, many available. And by many available, it looks like very many. You can buy one for $29.99 each, buy two for $28.79 each, or buy three for $27.89 each. I don't know if those options keep going on and on, but it looks like there are.
It looks like it's capped at 4,
12, 14 in one photo.
It cannot be cheaper than $26.69.
I think maybe 14 is the amount that he has here. I'm not seeing photos that indicate more, but he's got them all. He's got 14 of the same pedal. I'm wondering what happened here. Why does they all look used too?
The store is called Cool Refurb. So I'm wondering if these were just all sent to him. It says they're not working.
Oh.
It says for parts or not working.
I feel like they should be cheaper if they're not working.
Yeah.
I mean, $30 ain't bad, but it's like, I know this isn't like the food line from Danelectro where you could buy them for $30 or whatever, but I don't feel like these are worth $30 if they're non-functional.
How much were they new? Do you know?
I'm going to guess somewhere in between 80 and 120.
Billionaire Texas Trouble Overdrive. You can get one in good condition for $49 plus $20 shipping.
Yeah, the non-functional.
None of these have the knobs, which the knobs are super cool.
The knobs are great. That was like a big selling point of these pedals is those kind of like vintage radio knobs.
Yeah.
And they just don't have them at all.
It's interesting to me that this photo
It's such a dumb thing to say. The big selling point of this pedal was the knobs.
This was
but it was like Danelectro pedals are a very visual product.
Yeah, yeah. And definitely not having the knobs make these look bizarre.
Well, it makes them look cheaper for sure.
I would not pay $30. I mean,
here's what I do.
Buy more knobs. You just can't buy those knobs.
This is a bulk game right here.
Yeah.
The person selling this for repair or parts, there's not a lot of parts you're going to be able to salvage out of this. So it's for repair for the curious, handy person out there. I'm going to say buy the whole lot for $75. That's my gut.
Yeah. I mean, it says there's 13 available. If you're interested in this, it could be more. It could be worth it to just send the dude a message and be like, how much do you want to clear this out? Don't tell me $27.
He's going to say, oh, well, the 4 or more price is $26.69
no, exactly.
each. No, dude. I will send you $75 right now for all of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I'm going to try to fix them, and I'm going to try to see if, you know what? When I had a Danelectro food pedal that didn't have knobs, I was shocked how easy it was to write Danelectro and be like, hey, I have this pedal. It's missing knobs. Is there a way I can buy them? And a person wrote back to me same day. I was like, what's your address? I'll send you knobs.
I feel like they're not going to send you 13 times 4 knobs. What's that number? 52 knobs. They're not going to send you 52 knobs. Oh, yeah. So I just happen to have 13 Texas Troubles without knobs. Can you
have to set up 13 email addresses and you have to stagger them one a month. Hey, I've got this pedal.
Ryan, here's the thing. You've already forgotten. You've got these. The idea
they're all going to go to the same address.
The idea is to repair them and then sell them like that's a flip thing, right? Once you have one of these pedals in your house for more than 90 days, you are losing money.
Oh my God.
Inventory loses money.
Oh my gosh, this is
after
like
it's been on the shelf
8-year-old
for more than
60
90
cycle
days.
Deep cut right
That's
here.
one of the greatest pieces of lore.
Right. The 90-day thing.
I realized as I was saying it who I was quoting to, which made
we had someone in our audience who was fighting with Aaron Abubo.
I think so.
From the Gearson podcast. And they were fighting over, like, if you have something you've been trying to sell for 90 days, past 90 days, you're losing money on it. It's like, if you're a private seller, you're not a shop. You're just some dude trying to sell something. No, you're not.
But here's the thing. Do you remember who it was?
I don't.
It's like a smaller than us, but still very successful YouTuber.
Really?
Yeah.
That he was fighting with?
That Aaron was fighting with.
I don't remember who
I'm like 99% sure.
Whisper into my ear. Oh, it might be true.
Someone's gonna isolate that audio and
no, because I'm gonna cut it out.
Gain on gain on gain.
You're gonna lip read.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It might be true. I don't think it would be embarrassing. It's just people were fighting about dumb guitar stuff.
Yeah. I mean, that's ultimately what it was, but there was like such a it was so, I remember it being so aggressive.
Right. Like it definitely got out of hand, but that was the vibe of the group back then. We all got really worked up about nothing.
Yeah.
Which is kind of like a parody. It was a working parody of guitar culture online that we were engaged in.
Yeah.
Like it,
I think 75 is too low.
You think so?
Yeah.
It's all one pedal, man.
That's like
and you don't know if any of them are going to be functional.
That's like $6 a pedal.
Yeah, dude.
I hear you.
They're bricked.
I hear you.
You might not be able to fix any of them.
They are possible.
If you can't fix any of them, they're worthless.
What this probably
there's
just
no parts
means
here to salvage
is that they're untested. Yeah, these are untested. I have no music experience, so I'm selling them as is. So maybe they work, maybe they don't. You are taking that risk. I'm thinking more reasonable is like $100 or maybe like 13
It's
times
still way
10.
less than what he wants.
Yeah, I wouldn't do...
This guy wants to pull $300 off of these.
Yeah.
So he's going to not be happy no matter what.
That's right out. I'm saying like $10 a piece. You got me. $130 for the lot. Even $150 for the lot. If I had the time
these were
$10 to do repair,
if these were $10 a piece, I would order 3.
You order 3. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah,
but I'm saying you might only be able to get that price if you buy the whole lot.
What this would be interesting, because these are cool cases. Like the product design here is kind of cool. It would be neat to see a small builder be able to buy up the lot at $10 a piece. Mm-hmm. They're basically buying the cases. They just gut them out and put their own pedal in there.
Here's what I would do. Here's a good idea.
Like spray paint them or whatever.
Here's what I would do. Here's my really good idea.
This is a great idea that Steve has.
I would get these pedals at $10 a piece. Mm-hmm. I would fix them if they need to be fixed. Mm-hmm. I would take the circuit out. I would repaint the cases. Mm-hmm. The top, this red part would be yellow. The white part would be gray. So it's 60 cycle hum colors.
Okay.
Put it all back together. I would call it the Super Rich Steve.
Instead of the Billionaire.
Yeah. I guess it would be Texas Treble. So I don't know what the California Hustle. We'll call it California Hustle. I don't know why. And I would sell these, and I would just tell people like, hey, this is an original circuit that Ryan and I came up with. Did all the artwork. We designed this pedal. We've made this pedal. And I would sell these for, I don't know, $300 a piece.
You want to Vertex it?
Oh, has that been done before?
Yeah, it's a whole business model.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
I think this is a lot of fun. I think the prices are nuts. I think it's funny that this person has all of these. And I kind of wish this ad would get, I guess I could go look on eBay and send the dude an offer and be like, hey, what can we really do here?
If you bought all these,
I don't want
even if you lowballed them and got what we're talking about here, you're going to sit on it for a decade. And then you're just going to sell the box at a garage sale.
If I got these for $10 a piece, if I was able to get these for $10 a piece, and after a year, and after a year I hadn't done anything with them, I would start sending them on Patreon.
Just with a stamp on them, not even in packaging.
Just slap the address on the bottom.
That would be a fun project, is to send a pedal around with just postage stuck to it.
Can you do that?
People do that with coconuts.
Yeah, just individual stamps totaling like $5.
People do it with potatoes. If this postage will stick.
Do it with potatoes?
Yeah, they do. It's like an Idaho thing.
All right. I don't know about this.
No, it's like a tourism thing. Where like you send potatoes to your friends and family, and they just stick a bunch of stamps and an address sticker on them. I think they wrap them in a plastic shrink wrap now, but they used to just stick them right on the potato. If you can get postage to stick to it, you can mail it. Mm-hmm. Like that's just the rule. It doesn't matter.
All right, Ryan.
Yeah.
I mean, I believe you because I've shipped some oddly shaped packages before, but they're usually at least in a secondary container.
It would be fun to ship a guitar that way and see how it gets there.
I got a beard hair in my mouth. That's weird.
Is that really that surprising? That doesn't happen to you all day?
Not in the middle of a podcast.
All right. Not during a podcast, Ryan.
My hair usually respects me more than that. I say as I fucking alfalfa all day.
All right. So I didn't know we were swearing on this show, Steve.
Sorry.
Great. Now children can't listen to this.
Sorry, children.
Who won, Steve? We're at the end of the show.
We're at the AVC.
We went long on this for some reason. I don't even know how we did it.
Why?
It's because you kept talking about your rowing machine for 6 hours.
We talked about Dave Grohl for 18 minutes.
It's too long to talk about Dave Grohl. He cheated on his wife. That's not okay. Were people really mad about that?
Probably.
It seemed like such a nothing.
I think he just seemed like, to some people, he was like just such a chill, laid back guy that like
he had earned a bit of a good guy persona sort of thing there for a while, I guess. And maybe that broke the persona for people, but it's like rich and famous people, like regular people do that all the time too. Like it's just, that's a thing that happens, guys. Like why is this in the news?
I'm going with the Billionaire.
We've got the Grohl, we've got the Phantom. You know what? I'm going to give Joey Scar a chance. I'm going to go with the Phantom. Even though the Grohl was we talked about it for a long time and it was a fun one. Actually, you know what? Sorry, Joey. I'm going with Grohl.
All right, I think this is my spin.
Take your spin, but I flipped the stickers. Let's see what happens.
I'm trying to look at the spin in the monitor and it's so weird.
That's kind of backwards, huh? The thing about the monitor that's weird is that it's not backwards. It's not mirrored.
Yeah.
And it screws up your eye. You won again! Even though I flipped the stickers. All right. All right. It's not where the stickers are. It's just where Steve is.
That's weird. All right. This week's song was sent by, hopefully I don't butcher this name too much, but it's from...
I hope you butcher it all the way.
It's from, what in the world is going on
What
here?
in the world?
What in tarnation? It's from Romeo Rhubarbe.
I love that name.
Hi, Ryan. Hi, Steve. I'm a French-Canadian artist who goes by the name Romeo Rhubarbe. If any chance you manage to understand French, yet again Quebecois, you will experience music dipped in absurdism, telling stories of trying to fit in, but ending up being creepy, procrastinating by playing video games, even though you can't clear the water levels, but hanging on for the music. It's that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles reference. And the shame of being left alone in a consultation room by a nurse who wants you to take your own rectal temperature.
Oh my gosh.
Knowing the risk of somebody opening the door at any moment. This is the first
This is going to be
single
good.
from my upcoming album Minivan, out November 1st, 2025. Oh, I feel like we're doing this a little early. That's okay.
Such a wild image. Hey, go ahead, take your own rectal temperature. We'll be back in and we won't knock.
Yeah. You know? This is the first, it's called Talkie-Walkie, and it tells a story of a mall cop who neglects every other part of his life to his own detriment. Thanks, Romeo. P.S. If ever it was hard to read. I wish I could
understand French now.
He says, if ever it was hard to read, I'm sorry, I don't get to write in English. I found that perfectly.
Yeah.
Or get to write in English that often. I had no trouble reading that. So, and if I can read it, anybody can read it.
Steve is illiterate. That's not true. Steve is very literate. I'm the illiterate one.
Tout ce que t'as, pourquoi pas voler dans ton centre d'achat? T'es partout, t'es le plus rapide. Dis-moi pourquoi chez vous ta chaise est vide. T'avais toujours ton Talkie-Walkie. Pendant ce temps-là ton guéri grandit. Un genre tel qui se pue. T'es qui? T'auras toujours ton Talkie-Walkie. Tu rates pas un chiffre. T'es prêt à tout pour que le monde t'obéisse. Tu vois tous les caméras partout, mais t'as aucune idée de ce qui se passe chez vous. T'avais toujours ton coquille. Pendant que la femme en construit sa vie, va falloir te trouver un nouveau lit. T'auras toujours ton coquille.
I love that a lot.
Yeah, that was great.
That's in my wheelhouse.
Very enjoyable.
Yeah. There's a lot going on. The stereo riffs were really interesting because there was you like if I did that, it would be the same riff mirrored, maybe two guitars playing it hard panned, but it wasn't the same riff. It was two riffs. I almost am wondering if they were in kind of like this round robin sort of like different time signatures where they were lining up different. I'd have to sit there and really study it. But they were intertwining in different ways and clashing in different ways throughout the song.
Do your like stereo riffs sound like? Do that hand motion again. No, there was the one you did before that.
I don't know what I was doing.
You were doing this, and now like close your hands.
Now I'm doing the presidential dance there.
Trump is just hearing YMCA in stereo. He's like, this is stereo.
Nice stereo mix there. Stereo mix there. God. That's what he's been doing the whole time.
This whole time we thought it was a weird dance, but he's actually just experiencing.
Like, he's experiencing the push and the pull of the stereo mix of YMCA. Is that song even in stereo?
I don't know. But Romeo, I really enjoyed this. I think it was like really outside of the box for the kind of music we tend to get. And it is in a foreign language, which we do get songs in foreign languages from time to time. And
music that's in languages you can't understand is kind of like instrumental music.
Yeah.
Because you don't have to concern yourself with the content of the lyrics. You're just listening to the musicality of it. And I think that's part of the reason why I love international music so much.
Yeah. I would say this song is no mall. But I don't know how to say good in French, so that's the end of that.
There you go.
But I thought it was very good.
Oui. That's all I know.
Stay grounded.
Bye, everybody.